This video focuses on auditing knowledge retention. The auditor is following an audit trail after finding out information in the audit of top management that around 20% of the organization's workforce are due to retire in the next year. He moves to audit the HR process with the HR manager and the newly promoted quality manager. Watch this video and identify whether the auditor undertakes an effective audit. Good morning. I'm here to audit the HR process. I learned in the audit of the top management discussion I had earlier this morning that around 20% of your workforce will retire by the end of the year. Can you give me some more details?
Yeah, no, this is absolutely correct. And it does pose a significant risk to our business. So it's something that we've been talking about as a management team. And we've been working with our sort of functional heads to try and develop a plan that somehow we can retain the knowledge that exists in that sort of important and significant portion of our workforce.
And which parts of your business then do you see the highest risk?
So quality assurance, definitely. The maintenance team and the tool room. That's probably our biggest impact.
Okay, so just looking at my audit plan, I have QA and maintenance on my plan already, but I will, as a result of this risk, then I will change my audit plan to spend some time in the tool room with the tool room manager. Who has the plans on what actions are going to be taken to address these risks?
Yes, so it's the functional heads, the managers essentially that have the plans. But I can get copies and make them available if that helps.
Well, I think it will probably be more appropriate that I audit those plans with the relevant process owners. But maybe what you can do is give me a summary of the planned actions from an HR perspective.
So we are proceeding with a plan to implement this kind of succession process for the QA and the maintenance functions. We've already identified some internal promotions to the position of maintenance manager. You'll already be aware, I'm sure that will have been communicated at some point, that our quality manager recently retired. So again, that's one of this 20% group. But we've promoted the senior quality engineer to the position of quality manager, and we did that about 6 weeks ago. The tool room is much more complicated. These are skilled people. We currently have a team of 4. 3 of those are going to retire this year. And again, it's extremely tricky to find and recruit tooling engineers at the moment. They're in high demand. And we're currently in discussion with our sort of procurement team about potentially outsourcing this whole activity.
Okay, and I'll follow that up then with the tooling manager, but also maybe we will need to follow that trail to procurement to find out where you are within the process. I know Ford are one of your automotive customers. Did you inform Ford about the changes in your quality organization?
I definitely haven't. We didn't sort of consider that we would necessarily need to inform them. It's an internal promotion. Again, it's a bit of a catch-22 because the quality manager obviously has retired, who would have probably been the person to make the customer aware.
So are you aware of the Ford customer-specific requirements?
Yeah, thank you. So I was told that you can access the customer-specific requirements from the IATF website.
Can you check for me, please?
Yeah, let me share my screen.
And when you've got it, can you go to clause 5.3.1 for me?
Yeah, you should be able to see it right here.
Yeah. So 5.3.1. So can you, what does that require?
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, we probably should have informed Ford of the change.
Okay, I'll follow up on the application of the 4 customer-specific requirements during the rest of the audit, but I will be raising this as a non-conformity. I'll also follow up on the plans in QA, maintenance, and the tool room related to these people leaving the organization and trying to retain that organization knowledge, as I see this as an area of high risk.
Completely understand. I must admit, I wasn't completely aware of that particular customer-specific requirement.
Okay. And I'll also follow up with procurement on the progress in the discussion to outsource the tooling management activity.
Yeah, understood.
Let's summarize. A challenge that many organizations face is how to manage the risk in losing organization knowledge, in particular with an aging workforce. In this audit, the auditor identified the potential risk in the discussions with the organization's top management, and as a result, followed up on the actions being taken by HR. Upon finding out the actions were being managed by the relevant department managers, he stated that the audit plan would be changed to follow up on the plans to retain the knowledge in the area of tooling management. The auditor also made good reference to customer-specific requirements, following the audit trail to see if Ford had been informed in the change of responsibility for quality. So let's summarize the key learning points. Audit should always focus on the areas of the highest risk. A risk facing many organizations is the loss of organization knowledge. Auditors should take samples to verify customer-specific requirements are understood and addressed effectively in the quality management system, especially in times of change.